Dear brother and sister, navigating the complexities of love can often feel like traversing a stormy sea, with waves of joy and pain crashing upon the shores of our hearts. As someone who embraces the Christian faith, you may find solace and understanding in the teachings of Christ when it comes to the suffering experienced in your love life. 1. Suffering as a test of faith. In the Christian tradition, suffering is often viewed as a test of one's faith and a means of spiritual growth. Just as gold is refined by fire, the trials we face in our love lives can refine and strengthen our character, deepening our trust in God's plan for us. 2. Free will and consequences. God has granted us free will, allowing us to make choices in our relationships. Sometimes, the suffering we experience may be a consequence of our own decisions or the decisions of others. However, even in our moments of pain, God's love remains steadfast, offering us forgiveness and the opportunity for redemption. 3. Suffering as a path to redemption. The Christian faith teaches that suffering is not meaningless but can be a path to redemption and salvation. Through the trials we face in our love lives, we may come to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our flaws, and our need for God's grace. It is through our brokenness that God's light can shine most brightly, illuminating the path to healing and reconciliation. 4. Uniting with Christ's suffering. As Christians, we are called to unite our suffering with that of Christ, who himself endured immense pain out of love for humanity. In moments of heartache and despair, we can find comfort in knowing that Christ walks with us, sharing in our suffering and offering us his boundless love and compassion. 5. Hope and renewal. Finally, the Christian faith offers the promise of hope and renewal. Even in the darkest of times, just as the resurrection followed Christ's crucifixion, so too can new life and love emerge from the ashes of our suffering. By placing our trust in God's providence and remaining open to his will, we can find peace and fulfillment in our love lives, knowing that his love never fails. In conclusion, while the suffering experienced in our love lives may be difficult to understand or endure, as Christians, we can take comfort in the teachings of Christ and the promise of his love. Through our trials, we are invited to draw closer to God, to grow in faith and virtue, and to ultimately find hope and redemption in his eternal love. May you find strength and peace in your journey of love, knowing that you are never alone, but always held in the embrace of God's unfailing love. With faith and blessings, share this video with your friends and family.